This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, this is Phil from Untitled.com. Welcome back. This is Xiaomi Mi 5, their latest flagship. So there's a Mi series, Mi 1, 2, 3, 4, Red Mi's, Mi Max. There's a lot of Mi's, and this is the flagship. First, it's got a display. With the full HD resolution, it's not that big, but it's really good. The display are well balanced, well saturated, and pretty good in brightness as well. If you want them to be even more saturated, you can do so by going to display, choosing the colors and contrast. You can make it cool, warm, standard, and increase contrast if you want to do that. It's got a dual curved back glass, so it's a lot easier for you to have a grip, and it's one of the best phones in the grip. You guys are well familiar with the ones found in the Galaxy S7, and this is actually better fitting than the Galaxy S7. It's got a fingerprint reader on the front side. You can tap and hold on it to unlock the screen without putting your passcode or PIN code. It works pretty good, and on top of that, they added a little feature where you can simply tap on that home key. Look at this. This is actually a physical key that presses, so it gives more consistency to the button combination. Touch, touch, touch. In the other cases where you have to touch the side keys and press on the key to go home. I think that's a nifty idea, and here's a multitasking panel. It's running MIUI 7. It's based on Android Marshmallow. The battery life is pretty good. With 3000 milliamps of battery, I didn't expect much, but it successfully gave me about 4.5 hours of very consistently. Again, just like any other reviews of mine, this was measured without any power saving mode, so if you want to limit some of the app's usage over here, managing app's battery, or if you want to run the power saving mode, or if you get to connect to the Wi-Fi network more often than I do because I'm on the full LTE network all the time, then you'll be able to get even more than this. The charge is very fast. It supports USB Type-C with the Quick Charge 2.0. It charges from 0 to 100 within an hour and a half. I was very happy about the charging speed. And the camera is another awesome thing. So you can launch the camera just like that, or from the lock screen, you can swipe from the right side to launch the camera. It's got a live HDR. You can look at the HDR synthesized images, and they turn out very crisp, very bright. I'm definitely very happy about the photo quality. The front-facing camera is really good as well. It actually measures how old you look within the camera. That feature I'm not happy about. It told me that I look like a 40-year-old guy, but except for that, the overall camera quality is turned out to be a lot better than I ever expected from a Xiaomi. And on top of that, it supports dual SIM, and this is not any other dual SIM phone. It supports 2 3G or 1 4G and 3G in the same time. So while one of your SIM card is connected to the 4G network, the other does not drop into the 2G network but leaves in 3G network. So if you want to have a steady data connection on both of your SIM cards, or if you're living in some unfortunate area where they do not have a 2G GSM, so you beforehand could not have the dual SIM capability like South Korea, Japan, or Macau, now here's a phone where you can have your dual SIM in your own country. Now, till now, this sounds really, really awesome. It's slightly expensive than $350, and with that, this is a base model, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, and Snapdragon 820. That sounds purely amazing. What is the catch here? Of course there's a catch. The first minor catch is the speaker, and this is terrible. It sounds terrible, it muffles, it's really low in volume, terrible speaker, period. I'm okay with that, I can deal with that, but you wouldn't be able to deal with the software, a buggy software. I've never been a big fan of the MIUI, except for the era where it was like Android Cupcake. And here's a MIUI 7.3 stable. And I'm not really sure how they put the code stable to their software, but this is not stable at all. There are lags here and there. The overall animation doesn't look like the one from Marshmallow at all. This looks like a ice cream sandwich kind of animation. And this thing is too heavily modified. You can't even change your own wallpaper while you're running the third-party launcher. There's a default apps option, and that gets seldom messed up. And to make things worse, I installed Chrome, and the download speed for Chrome especially is terribly slow. I've seen some guys in the forum complaining about this, and they recently fixed this. I'm not sure how they manage their bug reports, but Chrome speed limits, that's serious. The fingerprint reader sometimes stops working, and sometimes you get the vibration that you have an incoming call, but this guy doesn't display anything but keeps on vibrating. And there are some times where you place a call and it seems like it's doing something, but it doesn't really do anything and freeze on the specific screen. It will reboot itself and you wouldn't have any call log left, so you have no idea who have called you. LTE to 3G handoff is really slow, and you can't make it show the SIM card contacts into your contact list unless you import them manually. And the whole interface is just not great. Let's say that you are in a home page and you're trying to add this app to the home screen. How would you do that? You go into the menu. Add useful? Nope. Toolbox? Nope. Save page? No. Bookmark? No. It doesn't work that way. To add this to the home screen, you have to first get into the reading mode. That is, if you're in a page that provides the reading mode. It took me a very long time just to find out how to add the home page to the home screen. So that's the thing. MIUI, that's what is messing the Mi 5 up. Almost everything else is really great. The build quality is awesome. I like the design. I like how it fits in my hand. I like the camera quality. I like the dual SIM capability. I like the battery life. Everything is great, and the software is just simply too bad. If it was only about some interface glitches, I would have never cared about it. But dropped calls, ignoring calls, call logs getting missed, lags here and there, some serious bugs not getting patched for years. This is not the phone for everybody. You might be just saying that, well, I can just get a cyanogen mod or something. Not everybody do that. I review about the phones as they are, and as with the software it has right now, I can't recommend this to anyone. It's got a terrible software, terrible bugs, and super unreliable. So that's Xiaomi Mi 5. Everything done great, except for the software, which is super important, and you're not getting this. Thank you always for watching. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Stick to your Galaxies or Apples or whatever. Thank you, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao.